What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It is Tuesday. We are down here. We are talking about just random topics that I wrote down. I wanted to have a little conversation. Not much. Not going to be down here for a long time. So we're just down here, right? One of the things that I wanted to talk about, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the demon know you stopped by. One thing I wanted to talk about that I saw on Sunday night after the Real Housewives of Potomac and all that shit went off, and Watch What Happens Live came on, and Wendy Williams was on there, and of course she's going to be asked questions about Nene because Nene is her friend, and Nene works at Bravo, or used to work at Bravo, right? She just doesn't work this season, okay? We don't know if she's coming back next season. What was I going to say? And so, yeah, so they're asking her questions. Of course, Andy is asking her questions about Nene and asking, like, what did she think? And Wendy, I was in the kitchen, right? I was in the kitchen with Dinah. I was in the kitchen. Okay. I was in the kitchen and I don't know what was, I think I was eating some grapes. And when Wendy started talking about Nene, I was like, oh my God, no. And I ran back to the television. Like, is she really saying this about her? And I'm like, and that's your friend? Like, what she said now, let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it, but it was harsh, that I was like, damn. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, is Wendy Williams really saying that? But is she lying? She wasn't lying. She was not lying. She was not lying. She said Nene was born. What are we going to do? We're going to watch Nene. We're going to watch Nene go somewhere with Greg. We're going to watch Nene be a grandmother. What are we going to do? Nene is boring. It's boring. It's boring. It's boring. I was like, oh my God. Okay, look, hold on. Ooh.
Sync. Please say a command.
Bluetooth audio. Listen.
Bluetooth audio.
Oh. Hold on. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh no, why is she... And then, of course, Nene came out and responded and said that they're always trying to get black women to talk against each other. And I don't feel like she was talking against Nene. I felt like I said last night, I felt like it was a case of, it's not what you say, but how you said it.
Go through some even more hot topics with the housewives.
I don't know what Nene's going to be doing for money. I'm not trying to count coins, but, you know, the housewives is that one thing that all the girls use to promote their other stuff. And while Nene is as famous as Bethany has turned it into a legitimate multi-million-dollar situation. Lying. Do you know what I mean, Andy?
Yeah, it's a great driver for promotion, and it's a great place to be known and be out there.
And what are they going to do? Is it going to be like Greg and Nene? You're going to give them another reality show? That's boring. How about Nene being a grandmother? That's boring. You know, Nene and her own kids? That's boring. Nene trying to figure out Hollywood? That's boring.
All right. Okay. Well, I mean, listen, I think she probably has a lot of opportunities, and hopefully she will come back.
She did say that the phone's ringing.
Yeah.
Shady. And Andy was like, okay. All right, girl, you're doing the most. That's boring. But is she lying? Is Wendy is lying? And what would you do if your friend did that to you? I would be mad. And of course, Nene responded. She called Andy a racist, right? She called Wendy a cocaine head, and said that, you know, they're always trying to pit black women against each other. And I don't understand. I mean, I understand that the pit black women against each other. I get it, but she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. And they weren't talking to someone that wasn't her friend. Do you want to see Nene and Greg? Do you want to see Nene and her kids? Do you want to see Nene being a grandmother? Do you want to see Nene trying to figure it out in Hollywood? What I think is hilarious is that so many people online are trying to find ways that Nene can make money. They're like, girl, can't you play on Ryan Murphy's when Ryan Murphy got shit all over the place? Can't you play something on something? You know, and then, who was it? Oh, this girl that I posted to my community page, she was talking about how, some of these women kind of get pigeonholed into the character that they're playing. She didn't say that per se. She was really talking about Tammy Roman and how Tammy really could have been, you know, really could have been famous because she's beautiful. She's this and that and that. But aggression and anger, she became the angry black woman. And she was talking about that in relation to, Monique, and how all of these instances where Monique has been super duper angry. I don't particularly care for the angry black woman trope. I believe, like, if I have a right to be angry, I have a right to be angry. God damn it. It's not because I'm black. It's because somebody wronged me. God damn it. But Nene has been pigeonholed into some, like, I can't see Nene not playing herself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, Coach Roz, she was playing herself. Now, I did not watch The New Normal at all. I did not watch one single episode. That's no shade. I'm just not that kind of sitcom. Whatever they were giving over there, I was not receiving it at all. So Nene has kind of pigeonholed herself into a character where I particularly don't want to see her unless she is in an ensemble, unless she has to be interacting with people on a regular, like she does on Housewives. However, she's on Housewives and has become this inflated version of herself and feels like she doesn't have to participate with the same energy as everybody else. She feels like everybody is picking on her if somebody has conflict with her. It's just a merry-go-round of bullshit, and then it's these riddles that she plays. So I don't know if people are just like, what? Okay, Nene, we're tired of that. Like, Nene is iconic. We're not going to take nothing away from her, but I think people are just tired of her right now. Maybe we've outgrown Nene, right? Maybe we've outgrown her personality type. I don't know. I don't know what she's going to do. I know that her stores have closed down, unfortunately, due to the COVID situation. So, shout out to Nene, but she got mad and said that Andy was a racist, and please send me your discrimination lawyer's information if you have any. She also said that, what else did she say? She said that, don't keep talking and I'm going to expose you for who you really are and all this other stuff. So to me, she said she was forced out. So that means that you got fired. So you didn't really leave. But my thing is, it wasn't that you got fired. It was just your contract wasn't renewed. So it's like your contract might be renewed for season, whatever is the next season that's coming up. But Wendy wasn't lying. She just wasn't lying. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Gizelle and Jamal Bryant and that whole situation at the end of Potomac, just really quick, and how there was some aspects in the scene that I didn't capture yesterday as I was driving, and I just wanted to I didn't realize, and I was reading some of your comments yesterday, I didn't realize, and I must have missed it, that Gizelle's father did not walk Gizelle down the aisle because Jamal had already cheated on her. And unfortunately, the man, when he said, she's like, and you're gonna walk me down the aisle, and he was like, yeah, I promise. But I when he sat there with him, I don't even think he could really fully break bread with a man who has harmed your daughter. Now, there's some fathers who will. There's some fathers who will break bread with the person who has harmed their daughter. There's some. But I saw that Curtis Graves, is that his name, Mr. Graves? I saw Mr. Graves not be comfortable in that situation. And I'm really glad that we were able to hear him say the things that he said. that's not a good look for her, right? How many people encourage their girlfriends, their friends, their daughters, their sisters, their anybody, the people around them? How many people are encouraged to go into relationships that they know is not a good look for the person that they care about? I thought it was great that he said he has all of these baby mamas. What can he really do? What can he really do? And I thought it was and I didn't point this out as I was driving, but I thought it was very odd that his daughters were not comfortable staying with him. Well, I can't say they were not comfortable staying with him, but your children stayed in a hotel. Your children stayed in a hotel. I thought that was kind of weird. But I appreciate Gizelle's father saying the things that he said, and I agree. And now you have, as a woman, you have your children who aren't too keen on this relationship, and you have your father who it seems that you value his opinions and you value his advice, and some, things he says you put value in. So I don't know how she felt about hearing that hot mic situation. I don't know if she saw that for the first time. Did she know about that? Because that should be very telling. Like, your father sat here and he agreed and he was like, okay, I support you. But then he's like looking like, I can't support this. I cannot support this. And I think it's fair for him to be like, I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to sit here while you're doing this with this person who did that to you. I'm not about to do that. And I just wanted to just come back and give Mr. Graves another shout out just for being that protective father, so protective that you didn't even agree with the marriage. You didn't want to walk your daughter down the aisle. Now, while that might seem fucked up to people, but that was his way to say, I don't agree with this. And people have a right not to agree with somebody's union or marriage. They have a right to not agree with it. And in their right to not agree with it, their way to show that they don't agree with it is not show up to the wedding. Then you feel like people should perform just so, just come down and you can give me away, even though somebody is walking you down the aisle who doesn't agree with your decision. That's fake from the beginning. So shout out to Gizelle's father who didn't walk her down the aisle. What else? I was reading some of these comments about Monique and people being okay with what happened or justifying what happened with Candace and Monique, and this idea of if you don't like what someone is saying to you, that you can assault them. And I think it's ridiculous for anyone to make that suggestion. I really do. If you can understand her being angry, you can understand her being mad, you can understand her feeling betrayed. You just don't have a right. And she started it, right? You started it. We can go the premise and the energy on all Real Housewives in all cities is women coming together and some of them having conflict with each other and going back and forth. When people start putting their hands on each other, now it's difficult to work with you, because I don't know, in a war of words, that you are not going to be able to control yourself if I'm getting the best of you. Right? If I'm getting the best of you and you can't handle it, now you're saying you're going to take it to the streets and we're going to start fighting in here because I'm getting the best of you verbally. Well, you asked for it. That isn't an excuse to fight somebody. That's not an excuse to fight somebody. It isn't an excuse. While, like I said, while you may understand the anger and the frustration and the feelings of betrayal, that doesn't give you the right to put your hands on anybody. Nobody. I can talk shit to you all fucking day. It doesn't give you a right to put your hands on me. It doesn't. You don't have the right, just because you don't like what I'm saying, to put your hands on me. That goes for man, woman, and child. Y'all got to get out of thinking that the course of resolve is fighting. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. While you might understand why somebody is angry, but it doesn't allow them, doesn't give them the right to put their hands on you. That's how a lot of people are like, I saw in the comments when somebody was like, that's how abusers talk and this and that. That is abusive language. That you think that you have the right to violate somebody's person just because you don't like what they said to you. Right? Somebody said even Candace's own mama popped her in the mouth. Remember? Yes, I remember. And that shit was wrong too. And especially a parent. You don't get the right. You don't have the right. I don't give a who you are. You don't have no right putting your hand on anybody. Anybody. While you might get and understand where their anger is and why, but you need to have enough at 35. Now, I could see if you young, 15, 16, 17, there's also there's maturity that comes along with how you resolve conflict, right? And everybody has a breaking point. Everybody has a breaking point. But if you break and you do something wrong in your break, you have to suffer the consequences of your actions, of your wrong behavior, whether you had a breaking point or not. I get frustrated. I don't like when people talk crazy to me, but doesn't mean I'm going to walk up and hit them. I'm not going to hit anybody. Will I defend myself? Absolutely. Monique was not defending herself. That was not a defense. Your fist is not a defense for my words. You need to go. Like I said last night, if you think that you can just go around hitting people because you don't like what they said to you and you don't like how they said it to you. If you think that the course of action is to fight, you need to sit down on a couch somewhere and talk about why you think that, and why you think that because someone asked you to do something, you're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do what she asked for it. We're not doing that. Okay. Ashley tweeted last night because Wendy said, not last night, the night before last, Wendy said, how do you go into a bathroom, miss a whole fight, and then come back and blindly pick a side? Ashley said, Wendy, I didn't blindly pick a side. I used my prior experience to try to make sense of the situation. So first of all, Sheila's child is lying. Like I said on Twitter this morning, you know Sheila's child ain't gonna tell the truth. She's not. So I don't even know why anybody looks to Ashley. You did take a side. You were lying. You lied. You did blindly pick a side. And I think everybody saw that. And if everybody saw the same thing, goddamn it, Ashley, we're not all crazy. We're not all crazy. That's like we all saw your flat ass husband, his dry ass back down to the gossip in the city. Ashley blindly pick a side. She first said she egged you on. She egged you on. And she's always talking. Ashley, you got the most mouth out of everybody. And I had to post that clip yesterday of Robin getting in your face because you was talking shit about her marriage. And she got in your face. No, this is putting a finger in your face. This is putting a finger in your face. And then sat across from the couch from you on the reunion and said, I should have whooped her ass. If there was no cameras around. And that's what Nene told Portia when they was getting on Portia for putting her hands on King. You cannot be putting your hands on people. You've had too many instances, Portia. You've had too many instances, Monique. Aren't Monique and Portia kind of buddy-buddy? Ironically. You got too many instances of you losing control and wanting to fight people. You got so much to lose. What image are you? You don't care about your image? And Rodney made a good point. You don't care about your image, not for Lazy Mom's perfect patty. Now, I know when you mad, you say things. But goddamn, bitch, that you that mad at that girl? That you willing to risk your image? Because she, and then, she said, Monique said, the fight wasn't about the Sharice situation. That's what she said, right? So, you mentioned, I watched something yesterday where Monique mentions that Candace said something about her child. She mentioned my child's name. And all Candace said was, that rumor y'all trying to start is not going to fly because that baby looked just like Chris. Now, are you mad because Candace didn't come and tell you? You have a right to be mad at that. Like, girl, you was sitting amongst them bitches and they was talking shit about me trying to get a rumor started and you didn't come tell me. That's what should have happened. You should have had a conversation with her. But you so busy trying to act like ain't nothing wrong and you perfect patty that you allowed that to build up. And you got built up and you're missed. And another thing, and you lost control. I don't know if it's just me. It might be just me, but I honestly, I don't know why. Like I said yesterday on Twitter, I haven't subscribed to the idea that Monique has cheated on her husband. I don't feel that. I don't know why I don't feel like now maybe she was becoming more friendly with the trainer. Maybe it became an inappropriate relationship, but I don't believe that she cheated on Chris with that man. I don't know why. I just don't, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of anybody on this show, to be perfectly honest. The one that I could tolerate the most are Candace and Robin. Those are the ones that I can tolerate the most. Maybe I would have cussed Candace's ass out. Bitch, go sit your ass down somewhere. But see, you don't have nothing to really say to her. What can you say to Candace? But disrespect her by calling her a little girl, or disrespect her by saying she's not grown. Now, if you notice, or she's not a mother, you notice the digs that come Candace's way. You really can't drag Candace. What are you going to say? You really can't drag her. What are you going to say? You keep saying, like the girl made a point yesterday on that video, you keep saying stuff about this honeymoon. You more worried about a honeymoon than you are about your marriage. Aren't you unhappy in your marriage? Aren't you unhappy? Aren't you not getting the help that you're asking your husband for? And you keep mentioning this woman's honeymoon. You worried about the honeymoon, the look of it, right? Just like the pancakes. You worried about the look of it, and the inside of it ain't hitting on shit. I'm done talking about Monique. I don't believe that Monique, maybe the relationship got inappropriate, but I don't believe that Monique cheated. I just don't. I'm not like, oh, everybody keeps saying Monique is unhappy, Monique is unhappy, Monique is unhappy. Yeah, she might be unhappy, but I just don't think that she did that. I don't know. I haven't seen anything for me to be like, oh, okay, yeah, she did. Yeah, that's what Portia, I didn't get what Portia told, what Nene told Portia. When they was getting on her about fighting, Nene was like, well, didn't you? You know how people, well, didn't you? Like a child. If I could do it, you could. If you did it, I can do it. If you did some bad behavior, I have space to commit bad behavior too, right? So you're saying to Nene, oh, didn't you? She's like, but I had enough sense not to do it on camera. Robin had enough sense not to mollywop Ashley because there was cameras there. When there's a sense of awareness, like you have to be okay with the cameras being there and acting normal, but you have to have some sense. And you were willing to just eliminate that perfect Patty persona to the point where you didn't even care. You said, I don't care about image. When Chris said he was embarrassed, you was like, embarrassed for who? Embarrassed for what? For everybody. Y'all down there fighting. Y'all older than that. What could have possibly gone wrong to where you thought that the only emotion that you can access was aggression? Like, girl, get some conflict resolution skills. That's all. That's all you need to do. Everybody say Candace's wig won the fight. Baby, it looked like Monique teased her hair, girl. It looked like she had teased her hair. Shout out to Candace's wig. Candace was on Wendy Williams, and I'll just have to say that Candace, the reasoning that you're giving, all of these extra words that you're putting into the situation. Let me find what Candace said about the fight. Hold on, here we go. It's hilarious. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Well, we're gonna be leaving in a second. Oh, we're already at 26 minutes. I didn't mean to turn the car on. Child.
I'm in. Please say a command.
Bluetooth audio.
No Bluetooth device is available.
She's such a
right
hater.
now. I will try to connect one.
She is such a hater.
I did to this.
So, look, what is the issue with you and Monique? Can you break that down? Because I'm very confused.
We're all confused.
Well, Wendy, we are in the same boat. I am still, when we are almost a year removed from the incident, I am still confused. I still don't know what exactly I did to this person.
Well, no. You accused her of having an affair behind her husband's back.
Keep her honest, Wendy.
Did I do that?
Well, that's what I saw.
Did I? Well, yeah, that's what you saw, because certain individuals are very good at what's called the spin.
Oh my God.
But if
Candace, you sound ridiculous.
Which she never had a.
Candace, you sound ridiculous. It's called the spin. All you had to do was say, girl, listen, I was sitting amongst a bunch of girlfriends. Monique is mad at me because I didn't come back and tell her that these bitches was starting a rumor about her 2 years ago. 2 years ago. That's all you got to say, bitch. This is something that has been bubbling for 2 seasons. And Perfect Patty hasn't said a word. And so she lost control because she doesn't know how to talk to people. She don't know how to talk to her husband. She don't know how to talk to her friends. She don't know how to talk to Sharice. She don't know how to talk to Gigi. But she wants to take all her anger and aggression out on Candace because Candace asked her to, are you going to drag me? Drag me. And that was words from that was something Candace never asked for that. That was something Monique said while she was pregnant. Do you want, I will drag you pregnant at all? And you were picking a fight with her then over what? What were you what, y'all remind me in the comments, what was Monique picking a fight with Candace for? Because my memory serves me correctly, Candace was having a conversation with someone else and Monique interrupted. Let's finish listening to Candace and this excuse.
Conversation with me about these rumors that she heard, she would have gotten clarity on the fact that I was never a part of a spin, a spreading, a plot. That was never anything that I was a part of. And the fact that you were sitting there
while women were talking about starting a rumor that this woman's child was not her husband's, that's, bitch, we don't do that. And that's what you should, and while you sat there and told the women that's not going to be a rumor that's going to fly, you didn't go back to Monique and say, hey girl, they're talking about you. They're trying to get a rumor started about you. You didn't give her a heads up. And that is why Monique is mad at you, bitch. She keeps saying, all you had to do was give me a heads up. All you had to do was give me a heads up. All you had to do was give me a heads up. All you had to do was give her a heads up about them bitches starting a rumor. All you had to do was give her a heads up about Sharice showing up to your party. All you had to do was give her a heads up that you was going to tell Ashley that her husband was fucking strippers down to the club. That's all you had to do. All she wants to do is a heads up. She said she made that agreement with Ashley. If somebody's starting some shit about me, bitch, give me a heads up so I can be in front of the bullshit. That's what you didn't do. And that's what she has a problem with. However, Monique, hello, you go to Candace and you say these things to her. And you sit down and you talk to her without the aggression. When you have been able to process it and not be mad about it to the point where you want to fight her just because she was sitting there. When you should be wanting to fight the bitches who were starting the rumors. But you can't fight Gizelle. You'll never be back to the show. You definitely can't fight Robin. You can't fight Karen. She's too old. You can't, who you gonna fight? Ashley Everybody, I think that girl got them cameras. You're so controlling, Monique. You can't tell me they're not cameras in that basement. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. Hold on, I was holding my camera.
To justify what she did is it's poppycock, because if you pay attention to the season, she never actually brings up these rumors and this plotting during the season. It only comes out and becomes an issue after we have wrapped filming.
I think Monique's issue with Candace is a culmination of things. I do, but it doesn't give you the right to fight her. And I don't think that anything that Candace did warrants a fight. Like you could be like, okay, oh, Candace was over there having a threesome with Chris, rich Chris and broke Chris, and she was having a threesome. Okay, bitch, we're going to fight. Now, are you wrong for putting your hands on me? Yes, but bitch, I got a reason. Like, you can understand the motivation behind why somebody does something. Doesn't mean they're right or wrong. You can always understand someone's reaction to something. They can be wrong even in your understanding. Like, I understand why you did that, but it was still wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I think that's where everybody's missing. You don't have to think that Monique was right, because I don't think that anything that Candace has done, like giving her a heads up, you've just been a bad friend. Now, if you're going around fighting your bad friends, then you're not going to have many friends, because friends aren't always going to be perfect. And I don't think that what Candace did, now it could be up to you. Like, whatever, you might think that what Candace did is unforgivable, and that Candace deserves to be beat up like that because she didn't give you a heads up. Like, that's why everybody's like, it's something else. It has to be something else, because when we weigh out the reasonings, like, we can understand why somebody will want to whoop somebody's ass. But when we're outweighing these things with Candace and Monique, girl, what? Like that? Like, I could see, bitch, don't fucking play with me, because you know I'll beat your ass right here. And flipped her head, and that's it. Bitch, don't do it. Don't fuck. That's all you had to do, Monique. I don't know. Here, come on, Candace.
Because she was looking for any reason to try and justify physically attacking another black woman on national television.
Okay, you guys got to stop doing that. Another black woman, that was a little dog whistle, right? That was a little, we know what you're doing. Nene just did the same thing with Wendy. They do anything just to pit black women against each other. Black women have conflict. Hello, we're looking at reality shows all day. Black women have conflict. And you're not going to tell me, because I'm angry about something, that I have to resist and suppress my anger because of how a white motherfucker is going to look at me. We're not doing that anymore. I have a right to be angry. I have a right to express my anger if I feel like somebody has done me wrong. Do I have a right to put my hands on them? No, I don't. But you're not going to tell me that because I am black that I have to resist anger, that I have to resist losing control because I am black and because some white motherfucker, the population of people, white people have been the most violent people in human history. In human history, have killed more people per capita than any other group in the world. You're not going to tell me you're using them as a barometer for how you should feel and express your emotions. Fuck that. Okay? We're not doing that. That's over with. Okay? But you're not going to sit here and say, oh, well, she's pitting me against another black woman. Oh, it's two black women fighting. Bitch, black women have conflict with each other. Period. And part of this show is going through women, watching these women have conflict and how they resolve their conflict with each other, how they move past it and try to be friends. But when the entire cast is not friends, it doesn't make for a good show. Ashley is not Candace's friend. Monique is not Candace's friend. Gizelle's only friend is Robin. Karen might be friends with Monique and Ashley. Who else? Who else is there? Who else is there? Who are they going to be friends with? And then y'all mixing alcohol. That's it for Candace, child. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
Working in the White House.
Shut up, Candace. Don't nobody want to hear about you working in the White House, child. I think that's about it, y'all. What time is it? It's past my time. I gotta go. Oh yeah, I'm past my time. Okay, yeah, a grand juror files a motion against the district, what's his name? The district attorney, the attorney general for Kentucky. Where are they? In Lexington? Louisville. They're in Louisville, Kentucky. Let me see. Hold on. A motion was filed against it because I'm interested in knowing what laws were presented to the grand jury. Like what punishments did they have to pick from? Because you know, when you go, they'll tell you, here's the law, here are the punishments for this law if somebody breaks this law. I would like to see, I'm interested in knowing what was presented to the grand jury, what laws were presented and what punishment that they have to pick from. Grand juror files a motion against Attorney General Daniel Cameron over Breonna Taylor's case decision. Did y'all know that Mitch McConnell attended his wedding? Huh? Did y'all know that? I'm interested. I want to know what the jurors were given, what law they were given, and I want to know what punishments they were given to choose from. I'm interested in hearing that. And that's all I have to say, you guys. That's all I have to say. Y'all take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.